Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we have a really fun video planned. We are going to be going through my entire yarn stash. Going through my yarn stash is going to allow me to organize what I have for yarn, pick out what I don't really want to keep anymore because I just don't think I'll use it, and get a better idea of what we have to stash bust through this year. Not only are we going to get through this yarn stash and organize it up a little bit, but we're going to talk about my goals for 2026 at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Thank you so much for joining me today, and with that, let's get into organizing this yarn stash. Okay, so this is stash spot number 1. It is the bottom drawer of my dresser. I have 4 stash places. So this is used yarn that is not full, cakes or skeins, and it is, you know, some of it's caked up, some of it is just in there loosey-goosey. We've got varying states of things here, and then this specific section, there's a little bin in here, and this is all cotton. So I know I definitely have more cotton in other places. I would like to have all of my cotton yarn in one area together, but I am going to start by taking everything out of this drawer and seeing what we even have. So let's get to it. I'm going to group it by like color. I like to color organize things. It is just better for me. I am a very visual person, so having things grouped together by color is really, really helpful for me. Right over there. Some red, some pinkish ones. Whites. Another thing that I also have in this drawer is I have 2 bags of granny squares and other squarular or rectangular bits. These are smaller granny squares, these are larger granny squares, and I had an idea at one point to, when I had a lot of granny squares, combined all of my extra or scrap granny squares into a blanket. I'm not really sure what that's looking like. I don't know how much squareage I have at the moment, but that could be a fun project, or even, you know, turning it into something else, a chair cover or a pillow or whatever it may be, because these are taking up quite a bit of space in here, but I do want to keep collecting my granny squares, so kind of a toss up on that. See, this is also a problem. You develop a tangle in your stash, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants a tangle in their stash, because then you make a mess when you need to go through it. Nobody wants that. That's just unsavory. Looks like we've got some straggler granny squares hanging out in this drawer where they do not belong. Oh, I remember this project. I really wish I would have just finished this. This was going to be a tapestry out of a vintage 70s crochet book that had a big old rainbow on it, but I put it down one day and lost track, and I just never went back to it. As well as have had losing track of where I was in this pattern and giving up on it for a while, I also didn't have any crochet thread in the weight that I needed, and I also am unsure of if I should even get crochet thread or if I should just use regular yarn, being as all this is doubled for the most part of the crochet thread. So the sky background is 2 strands held together, so I'm not really too sure if I should continue this with just crochet thread or if I should continue it and do the rainbow in regular yarn. I was inspired to do this tapestry because of this thread to begin with, because it kind of reminds me of the sky. I do kind of want to finish it, but I know it's going to be a challenge, so let me know in the comments below if I should finish it or if I should frog it. Keep all these in case I decide to make a top and need to sew some padding into it, I suppose. I want this to be organized in a sense to where I have my things separated. So I want my cotton to be in one area, I want my threads to be in one area, and then I want my acrylics and, you know, wait for type things in one area. So I'm going to kind of separate it out and see what I can come up with as to organizing that, and then we will put it all back in the drawer in hopefully a nicer and more organized way. I've got all my cottons for the time being in this side of the drawer, and then I've got my crochet threads here, and now I'm going to use the rest of this half of the drawer only to put in things that are a certain size or smaller. So this is big enough to where I'm going to put it into a separate storage area. I'll put the little scraps around this size in the drawer, and then these things will go into a separate drawer. Things like this, I kind of think I would like to cake up rather than have it being floppy skein like this. I just feel like cake stores a lot nicer as it's stackable. So things like this I'm going to pull to the side and we will cake up as well. While I'm here, part of what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the yarn that I do not think I'm going to use at all, ever. Some of this stuff I've had since I just started crocheting, and I just know I'm not going to use it. Something about this specific red is just not it for me. It's too orangey, I don't like the way it looks, and I just know I'm probably never going to reach for this. I'm going to put some yarn aside for a small donation bag as well, and then hopefully we can get rid of some things that we are just not going to use. So the rest of these I have to cake up really quick, and then we will put them into the drawer as well. I don't know. We lost the center pull on this one, but that's okay. That is the beauty of cakes, is that you can pull from the center or the outside with total ease. I'm going to finish winding the rest of this up off camera, and I will meet you back when we're all done and ready to keep organizing. Okay, so we've gotten through stash spot number 1, which is the drawer. Now we're going to move on to stash spot number 2 and 3 at the same time, just because this is where I think I'm going to be doing the most moving around of yarn. I want to have all of my 100% brand new cakes and skeins in one spot, and then I want to have things like this, which are still enough for probably a whole project, but not a full skein. Let's get started on going through stash spot number 2 and 3, and we will see what we can come up with. Alright, so this is stash spot number 2. This I keep under my bed. It's got some new yarn in it, it's got some old yarn in it. Most of this is new yarn though, even if it doesn't have the tag on it. So this is stash spot number 2. In stash spot number 3, this is loaded up with a bunch of yarn that I was given by my mom, and I really want to put all of my brand new yarn in this tote. I keep this tote in another room, so I don't have access to it all the time, but I want the yarn that is already partially used to be in here, and then any new yarn to be in here. So let's get started on sorting it all out. I'm just going to start by taking everything out of this and putting it on the bed, and the same thing with the tote, taking everything out and putting it on the bed so we can see what we have. I do also have cotton yarn in here, so I'm going to pull this out and make sure I put it with the cotton stuff in the new organization system. Oh shoot. I found some of this Juicy Couture in my stash from when Joann's was still open. I truly miss Joann's and just buying new fun yarn. Though I'm not sure what I will end up using this Juicy Couture for. I may end up just making scrunchies out of it because it's really nice for those. I think it would also be really cute for like little bag charms, like little kitty charms, or even like a nice fuzzy little bow. So I've got some ideas. This is, it says it's Bernat Baby Sport. I have no idea what I could use this for. Maybe a nice like drapey cardigan. That could be kind of cute. Some of this is so messy in here. I definitely have to wind these up before putting them away. So I'll make sure to do that before we put anything away for sure. Alright, so I've got the stuff I need to wind up over here, which I'll do, and then we've got, this is all the used yarn. I do think now, looking at this section here is the new yarn that I want to put in the tote. I'm thinking now that I'm going to put things like these mostly full skeins in there, so it's looking good. Alright, so it's getting dark, so I'm just going to start to put all my yarn away. I finished winding up the other yarn, so let's get this yarn put away. Alright, so we've got all of our yarn back in here, and we've got all of our yarn back in the tote. So I'm just going to put everything away, and then we are all done organizing our yarn for today. I cannot believe how much yarn I had to organize. There was a lot of yarn. It definitely took me a couple hours to get through that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me organize it and go through and see what we actually have. Now let's talk about my goals for 2026. For 2026, I have set myself 6 goals. Not sure if I'll achieve all of them, but that's not the point. The point is to put them out there, so hopefully I can achieve all of them. So goal number 1 for 2026 is something that I am fairly confident I can do, and that is to do 15 markets. Last year I did 12, so I'm gonna count this as each day. So if it's a 2-day market, that's 2 markets, okay? If that makes any sense. It's 2 days of vending. So that's the way I'm gonna kind of count it. I am definitely going to be doing less of the smaller events this year, and I'm going to be trying to do more larger events this year. So I think this is going to be a fun challenge. If I don't hit 15 markets, it's not going to be the end of the world. I'm just really excited to get out and do vending again this year. I love going to markets and setting my stuff up and talking to people. It's just so much fun for me. My second goal for 2026 is a little bit more exciting for me. It kind of goes in hand with vending. I've really wanted to do this for a while now, but being as I've only been crocheting for coming up on 4 years in February, I didn't feel like it was time for me to do it yet. But at every market I do, I almost always get the question, do you sell online or do you have an Etsy, etc. I would love to open an online shop. That is definitely probably my #1 goal after doing the markets. The markets kind of come a little bit easier to me, so I think that's why it's at #1 and it feels very achievable. But my #2 goal is definitely to open an online storefront. I love the idea of doing an online shop. I really like the idea of doing drops rather than uploading things at certain points in time. And that brings me to my third goal of 2026, which would be to drop a collection. So I have had this lovely idea in my head for the longest time now that I want to do 4 or 5 pieces, or maybe more than that, of a themed collection and just put them all out into the world at once. My fourth goal for 2026 is kind of a fun one. I have this super cute little sewing machine that I got off of Amazon a couple of years ago. It is just a little rinky-dinky Amazon sewing machine that I got because I really thought it would be nice to sew my liners into my bags. I took this sewing machine out of the box, used it twice, and it has sat on my desk collecting dust ever since. My fourth goal for 2026 would be to conquer the sewing machine. I really want to do this so I can have an easier time lining bags and it goes a little bit faster. I would be super happy if I could conquer the sewing machine. I just feel like it would streamline my process so much and it would make things a lot easier and a little bit more seamless looking and professional. My fifth goal for 2026 is a YouTube goal. Right now we are at 166 subscribers. I would love to hit 500 subscribers. Kind of funny that it's my fifth goal and I want to hit 500 subscribers. I am just absolutely adoring the community we're building on here. I love it when you guys comment. I love it when you guys interact. I just love knowing that there are people who are returning to watch my videos. I appreciate every single one of you who's here watching right now. And I really hope to grow this community with you guys even further this year. Like I said in the past, I would love to be monetized on this platform someday. I know it's a lot of hard work and I am trying to put the hard work in. Okay guys, it's a lot of hard work, but I'm putting the work in. So hopefully by the end of the year we can have 500 subscribers. I would be so in awe if we did. I would be over the moon ecstatic. So tell your friends, tell your family, subscribe, okay? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you for subscribing if you do. I really appreciate it. And like I said, it means so much to me just knowing that there are people who enjoy interacting with my content as much as I love making it. My sixth goal for 2026 is definitely at the back of my mind. Being as I'm not very good at posting on other platforms at the moment, it's not really something that I'm super ambitious towards, but I would love to see it happen. That would be to reach 5,000 followers on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok already, you should go give me a follow on TikTok. I do post Whip Wednesdays there every single week. So that is my sixth goal, is to reach 5K TikTok followers. So those are all my crochet goals for 2026. I feel like most of them are obtainable, but it's gonna take a lot of hard work and I can't do it without you guys as well. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you don't want to miss any content from me in the future. And if you stayed to the end of the video, leave this emoji in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you being here and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!